The light of a nation will forever be dim not only by corrupt leaders, but when the people remain silent, either by fear, intimidation, or sheer indifference. Welcome to Liberate Nigeria, Liberate Africa, where we speak the naked truth, ignite action, and enforce positive and needed change. Today, we're going to talk about something simple, yet very powerful and effective. And that's calling out the names of those we gave the responsibility of leading us. We want to begin to use the power of identification and isolation as a tool in bringing the Nigeria and Africa of our dreams into being. Make I ask you these questions. You know the name of your local government chairman? Which senatorial district you dey? You know the name of your senator? Wetin be the name of your state governor? How many commissioners una get? You know their name? How many minister name you know? You know the name of the minister of power? What of the minister of finance? Who be the minister of petroleum? You know his name? If you no fit answer these questions, una plenty. And this ignorance where we allow, na im dey destroy Nigeria and Africa. But in case you fit answer me, I want you to drop the answers in the comments. The truth is, what you do not identify, you cannot confront. And what you cannot confront, you cannot change. Name calling na weapon of accountability. You see, when you call somebody by a name, you arrest their attention. You see them. You don't personalize the issue. You don't systematically put a name or a face to the problem. But you know what thing we dey do? We just generalize. When a leader is failing, we just simply say, our leaders are bad and corrupt. That's vague and diluted. It doesn't hold any water. As a matter of fact, it just disappears into thin air. Who among those leaders are you talking about, bro? Now, how about when you say, Governor Dauda Lawal? Why is Zamfara State still grappling with banditry, poverty, and educational deficits? Governor Hope Uzodinma, why is there fiscal mismanagement and poor internally generated revenue in Imo State? Governor Sheriff Oborevore, why is still there poor fiscal sustainability and rising debt profile in Delta State? Minister Saidu Ahmed Al-Khali, Minister of Transport, why are our roads still death traps? Or Minister Mohammed Ali Pate, what have you done with the health budget for the first and second quarter of 2025? Suddenly, these guys can't hide anymore. Calling their names go put them for hot seat and hot soup. It just be like when you open a dark room full of cockroaches and flash your torchlight. All the cockroaches will hamper and scamper into hiding. Why are armed robbers and criminals, why do they like to operate for night? Why do corrupt politicians thrive behind closed doors? It's simple. Darkness protects dysfunction and failures. All over Nigeria and Africa, our leaders don't capitalize on our quietness, disengagement, and fear. Nigerians, Africans, we too dey fear. We know they ask questions. We know the demand for audits. We know they create any proper and functional channel where we fit give these leaders feedback on their performance. We just stay like that and they capitalize on this to do as they like. In other words, now they take our silence, they enable them to continue in their bad governance. Our mumu don't do. It don't do. It's time to turn on the light publicly. That's why what Randy Peters did recently was so powerful. He publicly called out Senator Ireti Kingibe of the FCT, and within 48 hours, she had to invite them for a dialogue. That's impact. That's what happens when we shine the light. When these leaders know that citizens are watching, and not just watching, but recording and analyzing what they say, questioning what they claim, they will either sit up or step aside. And I want to say kudos to you, ma'am, Senator Ireti. You actually exemplified a responsible and accountable leadership by hearing those guys out. Nigerians, Africans, both at home and in diaspora, it's time we begin to ask direct questions, both on-site, through available civic channels, such as petitioning, letters of inquiry, town hall meetings and interviews, and online, utilizing all the social media platforms, X, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and what have you. Let's put them on a hot seat and on their toes. Ask your governor or your senator or minister what they don't do in the past 6 months. Call their name for everyone to know them. Ask them about the allocation where they collect, what they take and do. Make them show and proof. Call their names. No fear. Remind them of all they promised during their campaigns compared to what is currently on ground. Post it everywhere on social media and make sure you tag them and everyone connected to them. In fact, as I talk now, begin to tag every leader where you know they do anything but thieving and flexing. Tag their wives. Tag their children, tag their friends and family. No place for darkness any longer in Nigeria and Africa. We must rise from obscurity to limelight. Take a shot of all the projects they've abandoned and publish it on social media. Ask them why these projects are abandoned. Know who is in charge of what and publish their names. When 1,000 people call out a senator's name with facts, not necessarily insults, but issue-based, like Senator Ireti, they have to respond. That's the power of collective identification. Between now and 2027, make we begin to bombard them with these questions publicly, persistently and boldly. No fear. It's time to drag leaders out of their comfort zones, drag them out of their hideouts, drag them out of the shadows of godfatherism, tribal sentiment, political protection, and elite comfort. Drag them into the crossfire of public accountability. As far as Nigeria and Africa is concerned, our leadership position is not a throne or anybody's inheritance. It is an entrustment by the people. So if they can't serve us with clarity, transparency, and evidence of progress, we the people will get them out of that seat. Yes, calling out names can be risky, especially in the climate we are in. But fear is the fertilizer of tyranny, dictatorship, oppression, and underdevelopment. And what you are afraid of is also afraid of you. How long will they continue making our lives hard and killing us while we just stand aside and look? Nigerians, Africans, let's unite and rise up with one voice, one mission, and one dream to salvage and liberate our nations and continent from the very jawbone of bad leadership, corruption, oppression, and underdevelopment. Yes, we can do it. Let's go for it. It can happen. It can become a reality. From today, let's stop talking in shadows. Let's name names. Turn on the light. Not not with violence, not with hate, but with fearless truth, facts, and fire. If they are doing well, commend them. If they are not, call them out. Let the power of identification and isolation be our tool for liberation. Yes, Nigeria and Africa shall be liberated. They shall be liberated. And I roar for the liberation of Nigeria and Africa. This is Liberate Nigeria, Liberate Africa. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and join the movement. It's time to hold power accountable, one name at a time. See you.